So today I'm going to do a video that's a little bit different than what I normally do, but still an organizing video. Today's video is going to be about organizing your finances. This is something that's just become recently extremely important to me. We've actually set a goal that we want to go on vacation before my son's second birthday, because that's usually the cutoff for airlines when they start making you pay for an extra seat for a child. At this point, he's still able to sit on our lap, so it would save us quite a bit on airfare no matter where we went. We would be saving an extra plane ticket. So that's our goal, is to go away before his second birthday. And it's actually around the time of his second birthday is actually our 5-year anniversary too. So we're kind of making it like a 2-year birthday slash, I don't know, my husband's 27th birthday slash our anniversary trip. We don't really go on vacation very often. We're both kind of homebodies, and we're both very in the mindset about saving for our future, saving for a home, and we choose to sacrifice going on trips and spending sprees and stuff so that we can keep saving up towards a down payment, because neither of us want to be stuck in a house poor type of situation. So renting is actually giving us more incentive every day when we wake up here and we're like, oh, there's so many things we would renovate if this was our own home. It's giving us kind of the motivation, I guess, to keep saving. So hopefully all these things tie in together. But we have decided that we are going to do a splurge and go on a trip, since we have been together for 5 years, and I don't think we've ever flown anywhere together. We've been on like car trips, but we've never been on an airplane together, especially not as the family. We've done like beach trips in the car, but not the same thing. So we are going to plan to go to a family resort. So our plan for the next 2-3 months, so September, October, and part of November, would be to spend as little as possible. And I actually went online and found a budget calculator from Vaz-Oxlade. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'll post a link at the bottom of this video to the webpage that I used. And what you do is you can actually fill in your gross, your net, all that sort of information. And then she asks you a lot of questions, like if you get government benefits, if you have any other sort of income like special child support, and I'm just going to read off a couple here. So then she also does a category with fixed expenses like your mortgage, your electricity, your gas, your water, your cable, your telephone, your cell phone, internet, house insurance, car payments, car insurance, childcare, insurance for life and health. All those sorts of things are considered fixed expenses. So I've added all of our fixed expenses in those categories for the ones that apply to us. We don't have a car, so I didn't have to fill out that. If you don't have something, just leave it blank. And then they actually break it down for you into your housing, your transportation, your life, your debt, and your saving categories. And they tell you what, based on your income, what percentage of your income you're spending in each of those areas, and what percent you should be spending. So for example, in our housing category, it tells us how much we're spending on our housing, and then it tells us the percent. So we have 33.85%, and what we should be spending is 35%. So we're actually just a bit below that. I didn't include maintenance costs in this budget because this is our spend as little as possible month. So usually I'd say we probably rate around the 35% once we do whatever we do. Even though it's a rental unit, we do try and keep it pretty nice. So yeah, you just go through, you fill out all these things, and it breaks it down into the percentage of your categories. I found the thing that was most shocking was the life category. So that means essentially, like, if you're spending money on things like restaurants and clothes, entertainment, pets, family gifts, vacation, interest and hobbies, sports, club and union fees, charity, bank fees, all of these things are kind of like life expenses, and they're all things that you could change. Like, you don't need to have a club membership, and you don't need to spend money on interest and hobbies. It's more just things you like to spend money on. But it's really shocking how much you do spend on your life if you just like, oh, well, I'll spend like $10 here in the scrapbooking store, and I'll spend like $20 here at a restaurant. Like, it really does add up. Even those tiny amounts really add up. So we've set our budget, and we're going to try our best to stick to it. And if we can stick to it and stick to our spend as little as possible, I guess, spending diet that we're now on, we should be able to save about $1,500 a month. And have to say the reason I am going to be able to do this, I think, is because of my stockpile. If you didn't have a stockpile, I don't think it would be possible for my family to save this much, but I have enough diapers to last my son for the next 6 months. I have enough cleaning products to last us for 6 months. I have a pantry stocked with food, a freezer stocked with meat. So essentially our groceries, even I've only set us a $500 for the month, so that's 4 weeks, so it's like $125 a week budget, because I think that's reasonable for us because of the stockpile and because of how much stuff that I do have. So what I'll be doing is I'll be going to like the farmer's market and spending like $20 there, and then going to like the grocery store and spending like $100 there, and like bakery stuff and the stuff that you would get like every week. I also have to find ways to save money. So one of the ways I've already figured out is something I've already been doing a bit of, but I haven't been sticking to it, is menu planning. So it's my goal, is if I can do menu planning for a month, I can just, how much money I'll be able to save us will be amazing. And like to think about every time I don't really want to do it and dreading it, I'll just think about the vacation and sitting on the beach and whatever we end up doing, I'll just think about going on vacation, and hopefully that will give me the motivation to stick with it. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be doing a lot of making my own mixes and a lot of making my own baked goods. So, I mean, I already bake a lot. I went to school for baking pastry arts management, so it's something I already do a lot. But, I mean, there are times where I am lazy and I'll just, like, buy muffins from the bakery instead of making them. That's a definite no-no. I mean, what they spend on their baked goods is nothing. And sorry, that was my phone ringing. I'm not going to edit this video because I don't have time today. So you guys are just going to deal with it. Sorry. So anyways, back to where I was saying. Oh yeah, baked goods. They're just such a ripoff. If you have any ability to bake at all, then I would say just do it yourself, because you can save a lot of money. I'm just trying to turn my phone on silent here so we don't have my husband calling again. Okay. So back to what I was saying. So baking your own stuff, making your own mixes. So that for me includes making things like even like taco seasoning, because it's really easy to make if you already have the spices on hand. I guess if you didn't have all the spices on hand, it'd be kind of expensive to go buy all the spices. But because we already have all the spices on hand, you can just like pre-mix it and then just take a scoop every time you're making something with taco seasoning. So those sorts of things are going to be things that I'll be doing to save us money on our grocery bill. We're still looking at other ways that we can save money overall. We're going to be doing a lot more walking than taking public transportation, that's for sure. Unfortunately, it is the fall. It's still pretty nice out. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. So I imagine that is reasonable for us to plan on taking more public transportation and walking more places to the grocery store or what have you. So if you guys have any suggestions of things that I haven't thought of to save money, I would love your ideas. Just post a comment below or add a video response. Anything you can give me just gives me one step closer towards that vacation, so I'd really appreciate it. And I hope that you guys, if you would like to go on a vacation or you'd like to buy a piece of furniture, whatever your goal is, I hope that you guys can find the inspiration to be able to go on a budget like this, like a spending diet, I guess. And feel free to join me, and I'll let you guys know throughout the months how it's going. So my first goal is just September. I get through September. If we do well, then we'll move on to October. If it was a total mess, we might give up. I don't know, but we'll just see. Well, we won't give up, but we might just change a few things. So we'll just see how it goes, and I'll give you guys updates, and I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, take care. Bye.